Doesn't. Okay.
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 Hi, Oksana.
Hi, Efisia. Glad to
Wow,
be on.
we've been a long time now without doing a session.
Right. It's gonna be an interesting one today.
Yeah, I've been working out of my body for quite a long time, and then I have to come back in some point to regroup here in this planet physically. So today is very important because we have quite a lot astrologers and mediums, channelers that are saying the same things. We are about to start something very epical and quite, worrying in a way. And I was listening to this particular astrologer, this Italian astrologer. The name is Davide Lombardi, and this guy is really take my attention because everything he says so far is happening. He specializes in Vedic astrology, which is the Indian one. They connect to planets in universal. The frequencies are super high. So he started telling us that from tomorrow, which is the 8th of August, there will be important events that's going to happen because we have a number 8 August, 888 apparently. And apparently there will be escalation between Russia and Ukraine. Putin apparently, they call him the strategist, and instead to wait to be attacked, is going to attack. So there will be, unfortunately for you, Oksana,
Yeah.
apparently it says there will be.
I was just on the phone with my brother, and he said that the Biden administration is concerned because Ukrainian forces came on the territory of Russia, Kursk. That's
Mhm.
where their atomic plant is, and they're trying to take it over because Russians took our plant over, and I think they're planning to take it over to exchange. And Americans don't like that fact we're doing it. So
Yeah.
there's already escalation towards, like you said,
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's I mean, and we know that there will be escalation in Israel. Israel is basically is already declared war from 4 countries that will going to be 7, that are Syria, that are Lebanon, Iran, North Korea. Obviously, if they touch Iran, you touch Russia, and if you touch Russia, you touch North Korea. So
Oh,
Israel is in a really big danger. In fact, for Israel is going to something, you know, completely bad is going to happen to Israel, and it's about they're going to lose territory apparently. In the big war, the big war is that he mentioned. The guy mentioned that's going to start exactly the 2027, between 2026, 27 to 2030, but will be a global war with a lot of death. But the building up of the war is starting from now till 2027. In the meantime, there will be in different parts of the world some, internal, wars like civil wars. We know something's going to happen apparently in USA after the elections. Hopefully not, but this is what everybody's saying. And even in UK, if you guys heard, we have a lot of people rebelling of this of the system. Basically, they are fed up. People feel suffocated. In fact, the guy mentioned Saturn is in retrograde, and Neptune. Apparently, these planets are, especially Neptune, is very chaotic, very messy, but also crazy. Is going to bring destruction apparently and chaos. And this combination of these planets apparently happened thousands of years ago that caused disasters, even climatic. So the people are, in general, around the world is getting fed up to live in a very strict, let's say, strict freedom, which is little free. You're not free anymore. We are full of laws, full of mandatories. You know why? And I want to mention that there will be apparently another, eh, mm, you know, pandemic problem, and they call we have even a name of, I think the name is SPARS, even if they are denying what they wrote. And there will be in places like New Zealand, apparently with the introduction of the army, yeah, they're going to basically force the people to put liquid inside of their body. And so what we're going to see here is all the people with that has influence in Pisces, because we are basically in the age of Pisces, that the influence, especially people that has a moon in Pisces or the sun in Pisces or the star sign. For example, I have the moon in Pisces. This says to be careful for accidents. Can be anything from car crash, from domestic accidents, can be to really be careful, because energetically is the frequency is just super higher now. People getting upset, easily angry, and so people escalated quickly in a fight, and that is what all the countries around the world is happening. So unfortunately, because we are lead, but people without consciousness, because if you are an open spirit, awakened spirit, you don't want to have power over other people, over brothers and sisters. So these people, they're not consciously open. They are doing what everybody was afraid for many years. They want war. So the people that is open, consciousness, pure soul, they don't want this. And unfortunately, this is what they are bringing us in a big disaster. But apparently the planet is tired. It needs to clean up. It needs to reset, because we are full of toxic energies, and they will need a reset for to have a beautiful humanity. Remember what is a unity, and remember why we are here. In fact, apparently, very important and special soul, they reincarnated in a new bodies to help to this process. And to finish, be careful, people, with money or the finances, because they're going to have a very massive crash in the next couple of years. So don't invest big amount of money, especially the follow 5 years, because apparently there will be a stock market collapse. And yes, like Oksana before, we was doing a video, but we had evil forces against us as well for doing this video. And you was mentioning of the internet. Internet is going to be a problem, so there will be possible acts, and there will be a cyber war, basically war, where you need to be careful what you have in your computer. So make sure to make always a backup. Okay, I think I say a little bit of everything. So the massive big change in war, where every country in the world going to be involved in this escalation, especially in Europe. Europe will be completely in war. So will be between the 27 2030. And this is what this says, that we have to get ready to don't to be too afraid, to don't let the fear to control us. And now I'm going to give Oksana the word to channel in everything I said now through Davide.
Efisia, I saw on the left there's a big a lot of priests in white. They look like Anunnaki with these curly beards. Like in the paintings, you see them with curly beards, with those crosses, like funky looking crosses, how they derive electricity. And then the procession was going all the way far away through some sort of stargate. There was a big stick. On a stick is like that Jewish star, 6-pointy star, and they were going away. Like, I feel like they're going somewhere away. They're not they cannot stay here anymore. They're gonna be slowly like fading away. I don't know what it means exactly, but I feel like the power of them is gonna be fading away for sure. And another thing, as you were talking, I saw all our planets. You know how they show our solar system? First I saw like the gates, but there were like door openings, square or rectangular. And then I walk through it and I see our solar system, and the planets are going not in circles but in like squares. Everything is squared in a square, in a square, in a square, like a matryoshka doll of squares, and the planets go on the squares. And then all of a sudden I feel like I stand inside one square, and I see those robots. I feel they're not people, but they look like people. A lot of them I know, like from my family, and they're actually people, but they don't feel like it in their etheric. And they stand in the corners of each square and along the walls. And when I stand in the middle, relaxed, like I feel relaxed, they don't attack me. But then if I get like emotional or angry, it's just like the knowledge just came that they feel free to come and, you know, generate some fight or situation. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's weird, but that's what I saw as you were talking. So basically, and then I noticed that the way out of the square box we're inside is to walk in the middle, not to touch the walls and not to agitate the air around you, you know, like the energies around you. Just like walk, relax, and slow. That's what I feel. We need to, as the events start boiling up and going fast, we need to slow down more. Because there would be working with duality, and it would not be counterproductive, because if you go fast, then you will be at the pace of the events, you will be involved in the events, and you don't want to be involved in the chaos. So you want to walk slowly, slow down, and be centered, you know, and walk in the middle. Well, that's the way out, that's the exit. From all the events that you just said, that's a positive way out, you know what I mean? But it's good to know what's coming, because this way you're not surprised, you're not scared unexpectedly by the news. You just, oh yeah, I know it. It was gonna come, it came finally. So you keep going, you know? So I'm ready. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Can you check, Oksana? So we heard that this says that this famous August 888 is going to be the beginning of this new, let's say, era. And apparently there will be the beginning of a lot of conflicts, like Russia and Ukraine.
Okay, well, because look, we're in the middle, there's a cylinder. Now I see us in the cylinder. We're in the middle. When you said 888, I saw the bottom, like the first, second, all these low vibrational beings. The lid for them opens up and they flood into our space. Okay, on 888, on one hand. On the other hand, the upper lid opens also. And these are good energies, actually. Feels like us in the bodies of, in other incarnations, in the bodies of aliens, are also coming to separate us from those negative ones, events and beings who are coming also. And there's gonna be thing going on when energetically we're gonna meet and disperse. I don't know, I just see like micro explosions, like in between, like this. So I feel like it's like information I know that if you basically, this is the last point of you deciding, do you make peace or war with each other? Because I see people and situations, right? if you just like both progress in this, because I feel like naturally people are absorbing knowledge from above somehow through that connection with the soul, and they grow. Some people don't even know, but they grow in understanding. So it's either you let the situation go with you, with the members of your family or friends, I don't know, whatever conflicts we have, because I see a word conflict. It's either you let it go, or you break up with that person. Let it go and stay together, or like I just see like lots of people doing this, because this is like the last chance to finally figure out for yourself what makes you feel calm and free and comfortable. Is it more comfortable to just like let the situation go and kind of like let each other be, and being in the same environment, or just like split the environment into halves and go separate ways? I have no idea why it came, but it came that we feel pressure from above and below. That's what it is. So on the in 8, it's like the beginning of the change. You know what I mean? It's the beginning of the inner change and outer change. And there's two tunnels. There's a positive change, and for some negative change. As I understand, for negative change means for those who are going to go fast-paced, angry, anxious, and go with the events, participating in the hurricane of events. Others are just going to let everything go, relax, and walk slowly in the positivity tunnel. There's two tunnels to pick from. Because the duality is splitting more, Because we won't live in duality. Efisia, at some point, these tunnels end into bubbles of the reality, and you'll be enclosed in the negative bubble or a positive bubble at some point, but we're still working towards them.
Okay. And what about this, in a spiritual way, we get that, many people, they're not ready, they're still sleeping. And all these people, they're sleeping, unfortunately, they don't have the time anymore to wake up. Something is about to happen. What about this kind of extra beings, the aliens we want to call? So they will, like people say, they will intervene if the nuclear is going to be used, or is going to be late even for them, because apparently there are some forms of aliens that they need a planet, and they are even afraid or worried that if we use the nuclear is going to be used, there's going to be a big problem from energetically in all the universes. It's like a chain reaction, yeah.
Yeah, because the planet is a knot in the system. You know how in the body you have knots, like nerves go together in a knot, and then from a knot they go some different ways. Planet is that knot. If you take the knot out of the body, it's not going to be healthy anymore. So all the systems are going to be disrupted, just like what you said. That's why they need to keep the knot of energy. I see our planet is just built up like layers of energy, and in each layer there's a different reality. So, and they don't want to lose the system of energy. They need it. It's part of the bodily system of the universe.
Okay, can I ask you just a question, Oksana, which is really, I was asking myself these days. You know the Van Halen strips? It's like the humans basically can't cross the strips. In fact, this is why many people, they says they've never been in the moon or even Mars, Apparently this is just, it's impossible, because it's radioactive to a level that isn't even unimaginable, because it's so high. So this strip of Van Allen that is apparently how you can cross the strip. It is that you basically, a spaceship can melt. Only aliens or high technological, beings they can cross these strips. So, but we're not allowed to cross this strip. So this is why I asking myself, if you notice, they're trying to go to the moon from Ronald Reagan, and nobody went to the moon since now because apparently it was a bunch of lies. And now I would like to see if is nuclear war going to happen, or this big disaster that is apparently is about to happen is going to affect these Van Halen strips.
Efisia, here's what I see. I see, like the dream was Dolores Cannon. When I go inside the dome, there's a table she sits at, and she points at the ceiling of the dome, and it's layers of fake imagery of the sky. And she said that they removed the old projections and replaced it with new. So basically, we are in the enclosed system. When you talk about those belts and like radiation and all this stuff, to me it says no, it's not about radiation. It's about the protection of the enclosed hijacked system we're in. This planet is hijacked. Therefore, they need to put, like in prison, you need to put the wires with electricity so people don't hop over the fence and escape. So basically, if you try to go on a spaceship through this, it's a high voltage kind of like band of energy, and it's bright purple. It's so bright, it's like I don't even know this color on the planet Earth. And if I go through it, everything's gonna burn off. Like my body's gonna burn, but my soul is gonna escape and say bye-bye. So that's why they don't want you to go there, because they know that's actually freedom in big letters. That's the energy supposed to, because you're inside the body, it's supposed to keep you inside the body, inside the system. Only when you lose the body, you can go through it easily.
So, do you think that technologically the humans, they never ever can be capable to cross this?
Nope, it's gonna get burned. It's very it's like plasma, an electrical system of control of the planet. There's like a plasma moving with electricity. I can't explain what it is, but it's so bright.
Like a bomb.
And it feels good to me. It's funny. I don't feel bad about it. I feel like, oh, it feels like, it feels like freedom. Like, I can leave,
Okay, but why we're not allowed to cross?
The sky is the oldest thing. The moon is not after it. The moon is before it. And the moon does not exist. It exists in our brain only.
Yeah.
It's an illusion of a physical moon that doesn't exist.
Yeah. It's a matrix. So yeah, but it's very weird that is created this our universe, because of course it's fake, that we basically we can't cross because there is nothing. You understand? This is why we disappear.
Yeah. To be honest, here's the thing. To me, it says it is an illusion, and it's created in the brain. It stays in there, but there is a station like the moon. It's an alien station where they collect souls and recycle souls.
Or a big studio.
Well, we can't see
Hollywood studio.
We see the projection of it, which is like a copy of it, but it's projection.
Yeah.
The moon
I know that we are a script. We are like a production, like Hollywood production. Yeah? We are in a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and we pick roles and we pick lives, or somebody picks it for us. Like, those entities pick those for us. Oh yeah, totally.
Like Truman Show. You
So
know the Truman
staged.
Show? You know the Truman Show? That did you watch the Truman Show of Jim Carrey?
So
That is
staged. My
when it.
soul says stage, stage, Oksana. I already know all these things you're gonna go through in the near future. You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like laughing because it feels like so funny.
So everything now that they. Unfortunately, obviously, we start with all this news that they are not, we don't enjoy to say these things. We are just reporting what we channel and what other people channels like Davide Lombardi. In fact, he says is we not find funny, but we are in a very, I can say, apocalyptic change. Not only with these crazy monsters that lead us, unfortunately, that they are we don't have freedom anymore. This planet is becoming like a small area, so we can't do nothing. So but we are only to basically see without react all these internal wars that these evil energies they have even already, because we know behind leaders they have different entities or aliens. They won't conquer, because that in the history of this planet everybody wants to conquer another. It's the same story over and over again. It's so stupid as well, but this
Galactic.
stupidity is destroying our planet. It destroys us like a soul. But
Can I
yeah.
say something? Because I see it's so funny. There's this big spaceship, it's huge, and Galactic Federation is on it, and they're all directors of this projection. There's a fractals of projections where our souls exist in, but when it gets combined, all our lives together, it's a huge production of a like long movie,
Yeah.
and they directing it. That's what they're doing. They are basically like they say, we are the Hollywood, as above, so below. And that Ashtar command and all this. This is just the directors of the stuff, because they need to see, they know that the soul needs experience and the fake experience, because it's not like real experience by completely 100% free will. They give us free will, but it's a little bit, a little percentage out of what we're supposed to have on other planets and do have. But they need to preoccupy a soul in a chain of events in a linear manner for us to go through events and generate emotions. And they eat the emotions, and that's the main thing. It's like connected system. If we stopped all producing emotions all of a sudden of negative stuff, oh, the system would fall off. It's like pew, explosion, gone. But they know it's impossible to do. They know that old people will never stop emotions because they're built into every cell of our body, and it's almost like it happens automatically. You know what I mean? We do it on autopilot.
I think the planet is going to do in her own way. That is, the planet that when finish her let's say her rotation, and finally when it reach the end of her rotation has to come back. So this is why there will be a lot of changes, and all these evil entities, energies, they can fight how much they want, but they're going to die anyway.
The
I took
projection is ending. This
I
particular projection we're inside is ending.
mhm. I took few cards from the past life regression cards, the deck, because obviously you are channeling. I have the first card, which is the scriba, or the writer is in Italian, sorry. Then we have the American native, okay? So this is like a message. This is a agenda. We have agenda of extermination of different cultures here in this world. This is what we're going to do. They started with the Palestinians, okay, and with the Ukrainians as well, because the Ukrainians, sorry, they don't want to be Russians. They don't want to be. They don't want to speak another language. You understand? Because obviously, if Russia take Ukraine over, they have to speak Russian. They're going to eat Russian. I don't have nothing against Russian people, so I would like to make sure. So I'm talking about the agenda of all these monsters above of us, okay?
Yes.
Because this is why I took the third card is the prison to enslave us, to put us a new, when you do a reset, we don't, why we forgot, why we find stones, why we find in the planet, we find the traces of different civilizations, but we don't know what really happened, because they erase, after big wars, they erase the truth, and they basically write new, let's say, like a Bible. They write a new book that they say all lies, and this is the what they want to do again. But
Yeah.
unfortunately for them, it's not possible.
If you
It's not
rewrite
possible.
the past, you can rewrite the future.
Yeah, it's this what they do. What they do is exterminating cultures, religions, obviously. Now there are, or example in UK now is a war against Muslim people that they live with many generations on here.
Oh,
Uh,
this
they,
is
they,
the reason why I saw this like church kind of like thingy, like like when they all walk together, all priests in a line,
mhm,
because there's two armies of priests. There's an army of kind of like a Muslim culture, those who believe in Quran, I guess, right? Muslim, and the Christians. They're gonna like they want the program we're in is they're turning on the program when the two groups of priests have to fight with each other, two churches. You know why that's gonna happen? Because the religion is gonna collapse and crash, and the people who would go into negativity tunnel will be believing in AI God, in one united God, united we kind of together, like it was like all cultures mixed together believing in AI God. But the people who choose the positivity, slow motion, and self-centeredness, right? They will just believe in themselves first, and that I am creator, you're creator, and in this way we create harmony because we respect each other, and there's no religion. So that's why I'm saying, and as the tunnels split, the planet will split. A lot of territories, big cracks split. Water go in filling the cracks. That's what I see. And as water fills the cracks, it pushes so there's going to be totally restructuring of the surface. And some continents will be pushed and connect to the other continents. It's crazy. We won't recognize the way everything is. But it almost feels like it'll be something that so it will happen slowly that we kind of like used to it at some point, and oh yeah, that's how it is now. So you know
we're going to have probably when he was talking, we're going to have a new religion as well, because this is what they're trying to do. That you start with the Anunnakis, yeah, with the book of Enki.
yeah, God, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be electronic. It's gonna be like a creature that is more like on your computer, like that Siri or whatever. It's like multi-gender God, you
Yeah,
know.
but they said that they're going to be they be like a savior, yeah, that arrived as the false prophet that
Uh,
says, oh, he's
yeah,
arrived to save us, but
AI
apparently it's a
systems.
false prophet.
Yeah, because Efisia, those aliens who present, like grays and everything, they derived from AI machine that I see. There's an AI printer that prints them out, and that's why they look alike. And they're gonna present this because they know the mentality of a brain, the brain they created. that it's easier for humans to believe in one God, so they would present AI who made them as a god because they have the ability, they have the technology, and we respect them for high technology than ours. Therefore, we'll respect their god and believe in it. Something like this. I don't know. It feels like that, but it also feels like um, some people will just a group of people will stay away from that narrative, from that, and will live in, like those eco villages and stuff. I see us living surrounded by trees, grass, and all this because we won't need technology anymore. We'll be directly connected through our heart, soul system to our true selves, our energy. So we'll be channeling information for each other. We'll be channeling.
Yeah, because if you can't connect anymore with anybody else, means you don't have empathy. So they are destroying the empathy, like happening in different aliens, apparently, sort of aliens. The ones that they are still come here to study us, to see if they basically they can't live. Their body is not built for this planet. This is what they're trying, but they says they don't have emotions anymore, and this can happen to us as well. Okay, because less emotions and less empathy you're going to have in your body, more is the probability to destroy everything around us is definitely a fact. So AI is definitely the proof of that the machines take over. They are killing us as a human being, as emotions, as empathy, the way to love. Everything has become AI. Look what's happening in the Olympiads. They are really. This is the example that everything that is opposite, they are gaslighting. They are gaslighting the humanity. That this is the right thing that you have to believe. This is why I can't say, because maybe people they're going to misunderstand what I want to say, but even I see things that they are. I'm shocked that they are gaslighting with the news, telling you, example, this is a woman, this is a man. You don't understand who's the woman or man because they says they're confusing you.
An idea of the Olympics at the table when this blue-skinned guy is sitting, like almost naked on the table. This is a god, Perun. Perun is the god of war. It was like the initiation of all the wars. That's a ceremony of initiation. That's what I see. It's a big they needed to conduct this, what's the word for this ceremony. It wasn't ceremony, it was an initiation that would come.
Yeah, a ritual. It was a ritual, definitely. Yes, if we're going to recap here is that we have to really our message, me and Oksana, is basically to believe in yourself. They erase all our memories from different centuries, and our DNA changed with different, changes of the planet, and even unfortunately with everything that they put in us inside of our body. But what we're going to say to you guys is that we have the power to create our reality, to even to heal. Remember, we are magic. We are real more than what you think, and we're going to get ready for these big changes. Get ready with our body. Get ready that then we have probably going to have a lack of food, lack of clean water. I suggest to everybody to starting to write again, because we don't write anymore with a pen, because just everything is digits. So write down books, and because there will be no books anymore after a war. Okay, keep your truth, keep your legacy to every person, friends and members of family, because we are about to witness this massive change. We choose, everybody's listening to us. If we choose this event, we choose to born in this epic moment, because it's massive, it's important. We wanted to be here, guys. Remember.
Yeah, not everybody chose though. I feel like I was forced. I've seen it before. As a matter of fact, I remember waking up on another planet when it was
I
changing.
feel I
Have many
choose.
memories of how it used to be.
Mhm.
When I ask others, do you remember how the world was before? They look at me like I'm crazy because they have amnesia. And like they force me. I feel like only 20%.
I think I have a feeling that you, Oksana, you've been sent.
There's, you can't, it's funny, Efisia, like you can't really say 100% you chose because I split in my incarnation on different projections of Oksana, and 20% of Oksana chose to see it and the other 80 did not.
Like I said, in this reality, we choose to be here. I'm absolutely sure about that. We live in different timelines, but in this one, we are here, and I know for sure that I wanted to be here, and because like I said, we have the chance to choose where we want to be. Even if they kidnap us, we always escape because we are free spirits. Okay, but we wanted to try to see if this in this, let's say, reality or matrix, if this evil can. It's like when you have a nightmare, you are dreaming, and
Well,
this evil force
me
trying
into
to.
they trick you into believing that you want to incarnate. Not all of the time, but some percentage, some good percentage. But then once your part of your soul, your fractal of your soul ends up on Earth matrix, the other part of your soul that is not in the matrix comes to help you out. And that's when you start getting information, you open your abilities, you wake up thanks to the other bigger part of you, or somebody calls it higher self, who actually wakes you up, that little part of her, and then activates her and gives her knowledge how to get out. And in the process of getting that knowledge, we share it with others. So we start the process of awakening. And that's what happened here.
This is why we are so evolved. Okay, we are soul. Just the word soul is a big evolution because it's consciousness. So as a consciousness, I feel that I am. Look, it says we split in different realities, but to come back in this reality, because we are right now we are talking and we are exchanging informations. That is the message that we have to give. If not, it's just everybody takes a gun and shoot itself, is over. Yeah. If everything is so predictable and so obvious. So we are here for a reason. We are here to give messages and to help each other, because there will be big changes in this obviously, in this reality, fake or real. We don't know how to. Many people don't know how to perceive, but it's happening, and this is what it counts. And hopefully, yeah, we are prepared for this beginning, which is going to be from tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything that you want to add for?
No, we can finish, but yeah, I just feel like, you know, I heard this from Dolores Cannon, the first dream I had with her. She said the history, because I keep going to the dream, and she said history is going to repeat itself. Like, think about what happened in the past. What AI does, it takes the history, adds a little bit to make it new, look a little new and different, but it's gonna be the same. Like, even the way the country is gonna be involved, I honestly always see 3 hybrid wars, and then the whole world is gonna participate, but in a different ways. And there's other gonna be things thrown at us, and some of us already experience it. Like, you know, my whole family went through for a long time. And you know, it's coming to all the countries now. My friend from Kiev said like they all got, you know, all her kids everywhere, and like everybody and then the other countries, people I know, it's trying to tell me the same thing. So maybe those people are awakened who tell me. I have a theory and the feeling inside that those people who are awakened and aware, they go through this first, and then when the real huge thing comes, when they close up everything like they've done before in the past, we are not going to be touched by it, and we'll be able to energetically pull the other ones out who have done being awakened. You know what I mean? There's people in transition, and I feel like transition is happening every day because I pay attention to every little thing, every person who comes to me, everything that people say. If I come, like I was at the store yesterday, I was passing some people, I heard a little bit of their conversation. I felt like everything I hear and see is for me to understand, analyze, derive some information, connect the dots, because this reality is like that. It's like if you don't pay attention, you don't survive. You have to pay attention, put it together, understand what the message for you is, and be calm and smart about everything. You know?
It is true, absolutely. Yes, I would like to say thank you, Oksana, for what you are always amazing. And thank you to Davide Lombardi for these informations, and the other astrologers, obviously, they're working behind the scenes. I'm going to put the name of this of Davide Lombardi. People understand Italian, maybe there are English subtitles. We're going to put down our link. So thank you, Davide, and thank you, Oksana, and hopefully we're going to speak with you guys soon.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Yeah. Oops.